Welcome to the 2024 Open Enrollment Meeting. My name is Rebecca Hawes with Gallagher Benefit Services. Today, we're going to discuss your benefits effective January 1st, 2024. As a reminder, open enrollment is the one time of year that you can make a change to your benefit elections without having a qualifying life event. Specifically, when I state change, maybe you want to add your dependents to your medical plan. Maybe currently today you're on the PPO plan, but you want to change to the HSA plan. This is your one-time opportunity to make those types of changes. The open enrollment period is October 16th, 2023 through October 28th, 2023. All benefits elected during open enrollment will be for an effective date of January 1st, 2024. The only other time that you can make changes during the year is going to be if you have a qualifying life event listed on this screen. Things such as marriage, birth or adoption of a child, you or your dependents lose other coverage. These are all examples of a qualifying event that would allow you to make a change to your benefits, but you must let your HR team know within 30 days of that event date. Please note that if your 30-day window expires, you must wait until the next open enrollment before you can make a change. What's new for 2024? We do have changes this year to the medical plan premium and deductibles. As we all know, currently today, we go into the grocery store to buy a loaf of bread, and it's not the same cost that it was a year ago, much less 2 or 3 years ago. Inflation is impacting the medical and prescription drug industry as well. We also had some high claims experience. So in order for us to try and minimize the cost, we had to make some changes to our deductibles. You'll note the $3,000 HSA plan deductible will now be a $4,000 HSA plan. The $5,000 HSA plan will now change to a $6,000 HSA plan deductible. And the $1,500 PPO plan will change to a $2,500 PPO plan deductible. Medical plan premiums are increasing. Fifth generation will continue to pay 100% of the employee-only $5,000 HSA plan. Good news is your employer HSA contribution is also increasing for 2024. Some other important notes. Dental premiums will have a slight increase this year, but fifth generation will continue to pay 100% of the employee-only base dental plan. We are excited to introduce Your Money Line, which is a new financial wellness benefit. And then please note that if you do not go through open enrollment, you will be put into a plan that closely resembles your existing plan. So if you're currently today on the $3,000 HSA plan, you'll automatically be rolled into the $4,000 HSA deductible plan. The Employee Assistance Program, also referred to as an EAP. An EAP can help you with so many different things. Maybe you have a family relationship issue at home. Maybe you've lost a loved one. Maybe you need help with your elderly parents and understanding where you can get help and care for them. These are just a few examples of issues or situations in which the EAP can help you. With the EAP, it provides 3 face-to-face visits free of charge. We've provided you with an access code as well as the online website and phone number. Encourage you to use the EAP if it can help you and your dependents. Please note it is 100% confidential. It is staying with Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Again, we have 3 great plans to pick from. You have 2 HSA plans and a PPO. As a reminder, all 3 of the plans are going to utilize the exact same Blue Choice PPO network. All of these plans are going to cover preventative care at 100%. And all plans include coverage for virtual visits. Specifically on the PPO plan, it has copays for office visits as well as prescription drugs, and it's going to have the lowest deductible. The HSA plan has all services going towards the deductible first. With the HSA, you're allowed to put aside tax-free money into your health savings account, plus get free money from your employer. Your HSA plans are going to have the lowest premium deducted from your paycheck. This next slide is going to list all 3 of the medical plans: the $6,000 HSA plan, the $4,000 HSA plan, and the $2,500 PPO plan. Let's first talk about the plan here in green. There is an annual deductible of $6,000 per individual in network and $12,000 per family in network. Then you'll see these dollar amounts that your employer automatically contributes on an annualized basis into your HSA, depending what coverage level you have. This next row is your annual individual deductible after the 5th generation HSA contribution. So my example is I am an individual, employee only. I'm enrolled in the $6,000 HSA plan. My company provides me with $3,180 to use towards my medical care. If I use that to offset my deductible, that really makes my deductible only $2,820. As a reminder, in network on the $6,000 HSA plan, once I pay $6,000 out of my pocket, either with my HSA dollars from my employer plus my own contribution, I am picked up at 100% for the remainder of the calendar year, meaning there's no additional expenses out of my pocket. The $4,000 HSA plan works in the same manner. I have a $4,000 individual deductible. I work for a great company that provides me $2,040 towards my HSA. So that really leaves me with only a deductible of $1,960. Once I have met that entire $4,000 deductible, the plan picks up at 100% for the remainder of the calendar year. The last plan on this slide is the $2,500 PPO plan. There are no HSA contributions because it is not an HSA eligible plan. Once I reach that deductible of $2,500, Blue Cross and Blue Shield picks up at 80%. As the employee, I'm responsible for 20% until I pay a total of $6,000 out of my pocket in any given calendar year. This next slide is just going into more detail on all 3 of these plans. I think it's important to note there are several items that require services go towards the deductible, even on this $2,500 PPO plan. Things such as office and outpatient surgery. That goes towards your deductible first, then you're responsible for 20%. Major diagnostic, CT, PET scans, MRIs. It doesn't matter which plan I'm on, that's going to apply towards my deductible. As a reminder, if it's your first time on an HSA plan, your prescription drug coverage is covered at 100% after you meet your deductible. Once you meet your deductible, your prescription drugs are picked up at 100% for the remainder of the calendar year. On the $2,500 PPO plan, there are set copays for our medication. This slide shows the options that you have, option 1, 2, and 3 for medical plans. It shows the amount that would come out of your paycheck on a per pay period basis, but it also shows how much your employer is contributing to your HSA on a per pay period basis. You work for a great employer that contributes a large portion of the medical premium on your behalf, not only for yourself, but also for your dependents. Where to go for care? If you have a life or limb-threatening event, please go to the nearest emergency room. However, if it is not a life or limb-threatening event, we encourage you to seek other places for care. The least expensive place is MD Live. That's going to be our virtual visits. Even on that high deductible health plan, this is going to be a great place for us to seek care. The next least expensive place is going to be office visits. There are many providers now that have after-hour care. And when I say after-hour, I mean something besides the normal 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Here locally where I'm from, my providers open on Saturday and Sundays. Urgent care clinics, another great option. With an urgent care clinic, they can do so many more things now than they could do in the past. X-rays, stitches. They have a lot of capability of taking care of you. Of course, we have the hospital-based emergency rooms. Those are very expensive, but the most expensive place is going to be the freestanding emergency care. These are going to be freestanding buildings that are separate from a hospital. They look like an urgent care facility, but they are a freestanding emergency room. They are, again, the most expensive place for us to seek care. We caution you about going to these just because they are very expensive. If it's a life or limb-threatening event, please go to the nearest emergency room. But if you're going in there thinking it's an urgent care clinic, we just want you to realize how much your bill is going to be by accessing this type of facility. Virtual visits. This is a great way to seek care for some common conditions, things like sinus infection, pink eye, cold or flu. With a virtual visit, you can talk to your doctor or a doctor from your mobile device or computer without an appointment. Typically, the visit takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Under the PPO plan, it's $25. Under the HSA plan, it is $48. The other great thing about a virtual visit is if you require a prescription, that doctor can submit a prescription to your local pharmacy. So you're really seeking care on your vacation, wherever you're at, be it at your office. You're able to seek care without physically going into the doctor's office and get a prescription drug if necessary. Prescription drugs. It's important that we shop around for our medications if we're enrolled in either the $6,000 HSA plan or the $4,000 HSA plan. Remember, everything goes towards those deductibles first. So we want to make sure we're getting the best deal on that medication because we're having to pay out of pocket for it until we reach that deductible. You can take the exact same prescription for medication to 2 different pharmacies, and each pharmacy will have a different cost because of the way they're contracted. So here locally where I'm at in Texas, I may take it to my local Costco or Sam's Club and get one price, but if I take the same prescription and I take it to my local Walgreens, in my experience, they're typically a little higher. So I try to shop around use the tools on Blue Cross and Blue Shield website so I can find the cheapest place to buy my medications. Ask your doctor for samples. If he's sending you a new prescription for a new drug that you've never tried, ask him if he has some samples that he can let you have. It gives you some time, one, to make sure the drug's going to work, but two, to shop around for that medication and see what pharmacy has the best deal. Blue Access for members. Hopefully everyone has used Blue Access for members. It's a great tool to be able to find your doctor, request your ID card, look at your claim history. You know, how much do I owe that doctor that I went and saw last month? I'm getting a bill in the mail. Is that bill really accurate or not? Check your EOB that's out on the Blue Access for members. We have access to a 24-hour nurse line. With the 24-hour nurse line, it is truly that. We have can call them 24/7 and ask them any type of questions that we have. Maybe we have a health concern in the middle of the night. Maybe it's, you know, a dependent that is having some issues. We can call them, talk to them about the situation. They're going to triage the situation, let us know you need to go to the nearest emergency room, or this can wait until tomorrow morning and go to see your doctor at that point. Blue Cross and Blue Shield has a lot of extra programs. If you are currently involved in these, great. If you'd like more information, we can provide that for you. But these are value add programs that are to no cost to you. If you are a diabetic, they have the Livinggo program. They can send you free information and give you a coach that can help you manage your diabetes. We have Hinge Health. Maybe you have some joint pain. Maybe you have back pain. Hinge Health can help you. They do some virtual therapy with you, a great resource to have. Wonder Health is a fabulous weight loss program that is digital. They've had some great success stories with that. And Well on Target, that really encompasses all of the wellness resources that Blue Cross and Blue Shield has online. That includes a membership fee to a fitness club network that they have. This includes recording some of your exercise and being able to get some reward points for that can in turn be used to purchase gift cards. So there's a lot of information out on the website. Again, encourage you to participate in any of these programs. They are great value add programs that are available to you. Alex, we're using Alex again this year. He has had some updates. So encourage you to go through Alex, even if you went through it last year and think, I have the same thing going on this year. He's got some updates out there. He's very intuitive to what your plan is as far as your 3 different medical plans and your rates. So encourage you to take advantage of Alex. This first slide is a medical claims example for an infrequent user. With this particular employee, you know, they have an annual preventative care, primary care office visit. They take a monthly maintenance prescription 365 days out of the year. They've had an urgent care visit and a specialist visit. They haven't had a lot of care, so we call them an infrequent user. We look at the HSA plans, and you're going to have to pay 100% of those contracted fees because you haven't met those appropriate deductibles yet. On the $2,500 PPO plan, you're paying the appropriate copay. So total medical cost incurred, we see that darker gray line there. Then we look at our annual premium cost. How much does it cost us for this insurance? What is being taken out of my paycheck? I get the $6,000 HSA plan for free if I'm employee only. On the $4,000 HSA plan, it's going to cost me $360 per year. And on the $2,500 plan, it's going to cost me a little over $1,400. I also have to take into consideration on those HSA plans How much money am I getting from my employer that's being deposited directly into my HSA? You'll see those numbers as well there. So on the 6,000 HSA plan, I'm getting over $3,000. Well, I can use that money to pay for that $865. So really there's no annual cost to me on the $6,000 HSA plan in this example. On the $4,000 plan, I can also use that to offset my $865. I will have that cost of $360 coming out of my paycheck. And then on the $2,500 PPO plan, we've added the premium cost plus the total medical cost incurred to come up with the total. As a side note, you'll note here that I have money left over in my HSA after I've paid that $865. So there's still cash there available for other expenses, be it dental or vision. This is a medical claims example, worst case scenario. Under this example, the employee has reached their deductible and met their out-of-pocket maximum. So on the $6,000 HSA plan, I've paid $6,000 out of my pocket within my deductible. On the $4,000 plan, I've met my $4,000 deductible. On the $2,500 PPO plan, I met my deductible, and then I had to pay 20% of the additional cost, and I reached that $6,000. This can happen. It doesn't always happen that we're reaching our out-of-pocket max, but I think it's important for all of us to be educated and understand worst case scenario. I will use myself as an example. I had a couple of surgeries last year, as well as some outpatient therapy, chemotherapy that I had to do. With that, I met my out-of-pocket maximum. So this is really me here. Under this example, on that $6,000 HSA plan, because I get $3,180 into my HSA contribution, I could use that to offset my $6,000. I only would have to pay $2,820 out of my pocket. On the $4,000 HSA plan, I can also use the money in my HSA contribution to offset. So I would only be out of pocket $2,320. And then on the $2,500 PPO plan, if I add in that premium cost that I have to pay out of my paycheck, I'm out of pocket almost $7,500 on that plan. Again, just something for us to think about as we're selecting plans this year. Which one would be best based on our own personal situation? The health savings account. The health savings account is going to stay the same with HSA Bank. Again, this is a personal bank account in your name that you can put aside tax-free dollars to use for medical, dental, and vision expenses. You can use these dollars not only for yourself, but also for your tax dependents. This is really one of the only plans that we have a triple tax advantage. The money we put into the HSA is tax-free. As our HSA grows, those dollars grow tax-free. And then when we take that money out, as long as we're using it for medical, dental, and vision expenses, that money is tax-free as well. There are qualifications for the HSA, and as a reminder, you must be enrolled in the $6,000 HSA plan or the $4,000 HSA plan to be eligible to open up a health savings account. You also cannot be covered under Medicare or TRICARE and have an HSA. Each year, the federal government has a maximum amount that we can put into our HSA. This maximum amount that is set each year includes dollars from us as an employee as well as from our employer. So this slide is showing you how much you can put in based on which plan you select and what your coverage level is. You work for a fabulous company that is providing you a large portion into your HSA. There has been no changes to the dental plan. Everything is staying exactly the same. As a reminder, if you need orthodontia care, so if you or your dependents need braces, you are going to want to select the buy-it plan. If you do not need braces, then the base plan will be a great option for you. Here are the rates. Again, the company is picking up 100% of that employee-only rate for that base plan. I encourage you to find an in-network dentist. When you go to your dentist, I would not say, do you take Blue Cross and Blue Shield? I would ask him or her, are you in network with Blue Cross and Blue Shield? Because every dentist will take any insurance, but that doesn't mean that they're in network. The vision, there's been no changes to the vision. $10 eye exam, $25 for your glasses, and $130 contact lens allowance. Again, we encourage you to stay in network. By staying in network, you'll receive the greatest benefit and have the lowest cost out of your pocket. Here are the vision rates. These rates did not change. They're staying exactly the same. The lifestyle spending account. This is a great benefit that's offered to you from your employer. They are giving you money to use on eligible expenses, things such as physical, financial, and emotional well-being. You'll be provided $1,000 again in 2024, with that first $500 being funded on January 30th and the next $500 on July 30th. If you're currently enrolled in the lifestyle spending account, there's no need to call and re-enroll. If you are a new employee and have not enrolled, then you will want to call the 800 number to get your account enrolled. We've listed some of the eligible expenses, things such as gym, healthcare, home purchase expenses, annual park passes. Please note for this year on the lifestyle spending account, you must have all of your receipts in for reimbursement by November 30th. That is true for the new plan year in 2024 as well. All receipts must be in by November 30th. The funds do not roll over each year. It is a use it or lose it policy. You work for a great company that provides you a $75,000 basic life and AD&D policy at no cost to you. You also have the option to purchase additional life insurance for yourself and dependents. For the additional voluntary life insurance, you must enroll as an employee in order to purchase it for your spouse and children. If you are currently enrolled, you will be grandfathered and they'll re-enroll you in the exact same amount today. If you're not enrolled and you're wanting to do this for the first time, there is an evidence of insurability process that we'll need to go through, and you'll need to answer some health questions so Blue Cross and Blue Shield can make a determination about your voluntary life insurance. It is important as we go through the enrollment process through Workforce Now, through the ADP portal, that you check your beneficiary information. Things change from last year. You may have a new spouse, new boyfriend, new girlfriend, whatever the case might be. Encourage you to make sure that beneficiary information is accurate in the system. You work for a great company that provides you both short-term and long-term disability insurance at no cost to you. We often take disability insurance for granted until we need it. Another thing I like to think of with disability insurance is income replacement. If something happens to me and I become disabled and cannot go to work, how am I going to replace my income? Disability helps us with this. For the short-term disability, you have to be out of work for 14 days due to that accident or sickness. After the 14th day, you'll start receiving a benefit of 67% of your weekly earnings up to $1,500. If you are still disabled, that will go into what we call a long-term disability claim. That has a 90-day elimination period that is satisfied by your short-term disability, and your benefit moves to a monthly payment. They'll give you 60% of your monthly earnings up to $6,000 per month. Excited about the new benefit that's going to roll out December 1st, called Your Money Line. It is going to be fabulous. You'll have one-on-one financial guidance from a financial coach if you would like it. It can help you with so many different things. It can be from student loan debt, credit cards. Maybe you're having a hard time investing. Maybe you want to know, when can you retire? We're all in different stages within our life. It would be great to have a financial coach to help us and make sure that we're going to be meeting those goals that we have. This is going to be the way that we have access to a free financial coach. Again, you're going to hear more information about Your Money Line in November, but it is coming quickly, and we're really excited for you to have the opportunity to access this service. As a reminder, you have a voluntary accident plan. This is not health insurance by any means, but it is an additional supplement plan that can pay you if you have an accident. When I say accident, it can be, I fell down in the house and broke my arm, or it can be my child was playing sports and got hurt. These are just examples of accidents that can be paid out in this plan. These amounts that are listed here on the screen are payable to you, and they build on top of each other, meaning that if I go to the urgent care, I'd receive $150. If I went to the urgent care due to a concussion, I'd receive another $150, so a total of $300. Similar to the accident plan, you have the option of a voluntary critical illness. This is another cash benefit. It does not replace health insurance. And depending on the benefit amount that you elect, you'll receive a cash check. If while you're covered under the plan, you are diagnosed with invasive cancer or you have a heart attack and you've selected the cash benefit of $10,000, then Blue Cross Blue Shield is going to send you a check back for $10,000. You can use that money at your discretion. You can use it to go have a party. You can use it to help offset your medical bills. You can use it to help you while you're potentially out of work for your living cost. It's strictly at your discretion how you use that money. There is a wellness benefit with the critical illness. If you're currently enrolled in this benefit today, I encourage you to make sure you're getting that $50 benefit that's payable once per year. If I'm going in for my annual adult physical, that right there would qualify me for this $50 wellness benefit. A little bit more information on the wellness benefit. It's not only included in the critical illness, but it's also included in the accident plan. These are some examples of tests that would qualify you for that $50 benefit. As a reminder, you have access to pet insurance through Nationwide. The advantage of going to get pet insurance through your employer is you're getting preferred pricing that's only available to your company. You can choose if you want a 50% or 70% reimbursement. The great part about this is that there's no network or pre-approval. You can go to any vet anywhere. We've listed the information there to get a quote to see how much it would cost to cover your pets. Enrollment. Enrollment's going to be what we call a passive enrollment. So if you're happy with your current benefits, then your benefits will roll over to the 2024 plan year. They're automatically going to enroll you in the plan that most closely resembles your existing plan. We've listed the steps to benefits enrollment. We encourage you to review the benefits guide, to go through ALEKS to make sure that you're selecting the best plan for you and your dependents. We have a resource and experts that you can call if you have questions. Log into ADP. Make sure that if you're adding a dependent for the first time, that you have those necessary documents that you can load into the system. When you're going through the ADP Workforce Now system, be sure to click on the View All Plans or View All Benefits to make sure that you can go back to the benefit selection page. Depending what you're currently enrolled in, sometimes we've noticed that the flow stops, and in order to get back to the plans and make other selections, it's important to know to select those boxes so you can view all the different benefits available to you. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to us today. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We've provided our contact information on the screen. Thank you so much.